Hey there, fellow maker. You've got Bill in the shop today, and I was digging through some old projects from like 2017, and I found this like buried pirate cache of prop STLs. Used to be I wouldn't give out or sell any of my 3D files for my props, so I collected them for a while. Now we sell and give away 3D files now, but I found 10 projects, STLs, that you could be printing right now today that we're going to just give away. We're going to put a link down in the description to our free blueprint page. We have foam templates over there. We have 3D printing files, all sorts of stuff. Dozens and dozens of files that will help you on your next project. We just added 10 more. So today I'm going to go through all 10 of those projects. We're going to look at some props. We're going to talk about them. And of course, we'll have links down below to both those files so you can print them yourself for free and the videos that we made them for. Let's start with our first prop, Genji Sh Shuriken from Overwatch. This was printed to test this rigid plastic one against a flexible one. We printed this with a flexi extruder on our Lulzbot printer. And the two of them, one's meant to be a stunt one, one's meant to be like a beauty one. So we've got a video for that and the files linked down below. The next one is this pistol from Oblivion, the Tom Cruise movie. This was done as part of the Prop-Tart Secret Santa. My giftee got one of these and I made one for myself. The 3D files are for all these pieces to print, and I also have vectors for all of the text. If you have a vinyl cutter, you can cut out your own text. I always really loved the aesthetic of this movie. Very clean, very fun. This is one of my favorites. Next up is the Reinhardt Blaster from Star Wars. This was the only thing I really wanted to make from the newer Star Wars movies. I really love how this one turned out. I actually modeled this in 123D Design, which doesn't even exist anymore. I modeled the grips in Maya, and I molded and cast this whole thing. So the 3D files were a little weird. I tweaked them a little bit. They should be just fine for you to print. But this one's definitely a fan favorite. I've cast many copies of this one for my friend, and I really love the one I have for myself. Next up is this destroyed relic. This is the Boolean Gemini from Destiny. One of my favorite rifles from the game. I love how it looked. Put a ton of effort into it. This was a whole 3D printing series that we did. And then I left this in a hot car and the whole thing melted. So it just lives up there in the corner, so I can't quite tell how destroyed it is. Either way, it's a really cool model. A lot of printing, a lot of pieces, but you should be able to put this together yourself, no problem. Just a lot of sanding, so much sanding. In fact, I've thought about making another one of these that isn't all messed up, but I don't want to do all that sanding. At least not again. Either way, still one of my favorites. Oh, hi, bud. We're just filming up here if that's okay with you. Oh, what a friend. Next one is our Hearthstone box. This turned out so good. This is one that Brittany did. She modeled it all in Maya and printed it on our Dremel idea builder. Nowadays, it lives as the container for all of our fake currency, including my cred stick from Starfield. Got money here from Fallout. Got some caps. I have some Acquisitions Incorporated currency. Got my N7 Elite coin. Got all sorts of weird fake currency in here. And this box, this Hearthstone box, is the perfect container for it. And you can print one yourself. There's a lot of coins. It's like a puzzle trying to put it all together. Perfect. Not you, not you, you. This one here. This is our tank trooper. We did the ANET A8 3D printer. We built this all on a really cheap 3D printer just to prove that we could do it. This is the tank trooper from Star Wars, although it is a stylized version. My friend Aaron had a cool concept he drew up and we copied it for this helmet. I dig how this one came out. I never made the whole costume, but I really love the way this thing looks. So this is a bit of a stylized tank trooper, and if you want one yourself, you can go print it right now. I love this thing, and it looks great on a shelf, especially if you have a shelf full of helmets. It fits perfectly. Just below that are our Dragon Priest masks. These are designed by Jonah Loeb, our buddy, real cool guy, excellent artist. Brittany made these. She modeled them in Maya. fact, this one right here, she did a mold of and then made a copy that has the wood grain in it, and it looks very convincing. I love these things. They look great. Again, another really good piece to have up on a shelf, but also there's so many cool Dragon Priest masks you can make your own for whichever costume you want to do. We have friends. Will you come take a peanut from me? Yeah. Oh, I'll get one for him too. Oh, scary. Gotta pay the squirrel tax if we want to get down to the shop. This next one here, I never even finished. I did label the unfinished box though, because I'm a professional. This is the Thirst Zapper from Fallout, and we did build one. I built one for my friend Allie when I was down in LA a few years ago. And then I meant to make one into a functional squirt gun. So I have the parts here. I just never got around to finishing it. But it's a really cool project. The files are all yours, so if you want to give this a shot, I say give it a go. Probably get it done before I do. That's the Thirst Zapper from Fallout. I'm going to put it away for a few more years probably. And I'll put it here so it can stare at me the whole time I'm using my lathe. The next one is the Reinhardt Helmet from Overwatch. Brittany did the modeling on that one, and we printed that on our Ultimaker and finished it up for our buddy Barnacles, and he still has it as far as I know. But we don't even have like an unpainted one. But it's a really cool helmet. Even if you don't make a giant Reinhardt costume, again, it looks awesome up on a shelf. So those files are there for you to go print if you like. Maybe I'll print one for myself. I should. We should have one of those. Or I'll go take the one we made for Barnacles back. I'm sure he won't mind. The last one is our Mr. Handy model, one of my very favorites. So Mr. Handy was also printed on our Idea Builder, if you can believe it. This was like 7 years ago. Modeled in Fusion 360, and I toiled over this one. I had so much fun. I love the robots in the Fallout series. Did some molding and casting for the eyes, and I really dig how the paint job turned out for this. I love that this is a thing in the game you can get. You can get a little model of Mr. Handy to put him up on the shelf, and now I have that, and he can live, whoop, he can fly actually. Look at him go. He can live amongst all the rest of our wonderful relics here. But again, free files are up on the site. If you want to try and print this yourself, go for it. I think you'll have a lot of fun with this one. So that's it, 10 free files for you to go download and print to your heart's content. I hope you have fun with them. If you print anything, please let me know. Show me pictures on Instagram and Twitter. You can tag me at Chinbeard on those platforms. I love seeing when people print the stuff that we make. All those files can be found over at punishprops.com. There's a blueprint section you can click on, and while you're there, feel free to check out the shop section. We have some fun stuff over there if you want something a little more premium. We have a couple of higher end 3D print files available for you there. Blade Runner, Trigun, Starfield, all sorts of fun stuff. And of course, our Foamsmith books, print and digital. Lots of great things to check over at punishprops.com. And thank you so much for checking out our videos. It's a treat having you here in the shop. Thanks so much for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next build.